Hi, Mickey Quinn here with Retail Level Up. Today's moment with Mickey is going to be perfect for anyone who has a leadership role in an organization. You can be an owner or just a position of manager, leader, team leader, district manager. Any of those positions, you're going to find benefit in what we have to talk about today. So, when was the last time that you put on your superhero cape? You know the one I'm talking about. That one when business is booming or things are changing and the environment requires that the leader has to dive in and get tactical and be the technician again and help out the team with hands-on work, working right beside the team. When was the last time you put that cape on? Well, you know what happens when you put that superhero cape on and you go back to being the technician and take a step away from being the leader. Well, the first thing that happens is that entrepreneurial hat comes off and gets cast aside. So no longer is someone being very strategic about having that 10,000 foot view of what's happening in the business and in the organization, and strategically identifying what are the short-term, mid-term, and long-term impacts of having this happen and the changes that are going on. And then also the managerial hat gets cast aside as well. And the manager's role is all those business operating procedures and processes and systems that were put into place to make things run very efficiently, like a well-oiled machine. Well, no one's paying attention to that. And as soon as you step away from making sure that the operational processes are solid and in place, well, then the wheels can come off the bus pretty darn quick. So the longer the leader stays in the technician mode, they can start to feel burnout, overwhelmed, frustrated, and maybe even, surprisingly, a little resentful of all this increase in business volume, which is kind of ironic, right? But it's true, it can happen. So when you find yourself putting on your superhero cape, there's a couple of things that you might want to take a step back and think about. First one, get over yourself. Allowing your ego to go unchecked is one of the biggest mistakes a leader can make. And yes, you may be very, very good at what you do, and you probably are one of the best people to do it, but you have a team, right? And if you aren't allowing your team to work as they should, you're not entrusting them to handle parts of the business, well, how is that effective or efficient? It isn't. You end up stuck doing it all because you're the best at it, right? And you become overworked, stressed, and frustrated. Number 2, give your people permission to perform. Empowering your team to make certain decisions without having to check back with you first is amazingly effective. A best practice is to put some guidelines in place. Maybe a guideline involves a maximum dollar amount that they have authorization to spend fixing a problem. You can review those decisions weekly, monthly, maybe eventually quarterly. By doing that, you've just eliminated a major information and decision bottleneck, which is you. Third, reward your people. Now, reward means more than just monetary. A reward is also feeling that they are working in an environment where they feel appreciated and respected. One that feels like a community where everyone plays a role and they understand their roles and responsibility. And when they feel that level of appreciation and respect, it creates a very positive environment. And when your people are feeling positive and they're feeling like they're contributing, and that feeling then permeates out into what the customers feel, and that creates loyalty and repeat business, and yes, maybe even more sales volume, which right now you may be feeling a little challenged by with all the challenges that are happening across the U.S. and in business today. But working efficiently and productively in a positive environment is what every employee wants to be a part of. So if you find yourself putting on the superhero cape, make sure that you recognize what you're doing and as quickly as possible, get back to being the leader. For more tips like this, visit retaillevelup.com and sign up to receive our email subscription. We do Monday motivations and Top Tip Tuesday because all of us can use a little extra motivation right now, and we can certainly use some helpful tips. Because now, even more than ever, it's time to level up.